So hello guys and welcome back to All Rounders. So guys, here is the part 13.1, which is the built-in modules. So guys, in this topic we will tell you about what are the modules, then what are the built-in modules, then what are the types of the built-in modules, and from that type we will tell you some of the types in details, like the math module, OS module, and the random modules. So let's get started.
What are modules? A module is a file containing the definition of functions, classes, variables, constants, and the other Python objects. This process of getting the code from another file is called importing. So, guys, sometimes in Python, you need to import certain functions from another file or modules, and for that, we need to import that module. Python provides the import statement, import module, for this purpose. So, let's move on. What are built in modules? So, guys, built-in modules are the modules that are merged with the Python interpreter. Python objects which are defined in such built-in modules will be automatically loaded when the Python interpreter starts. General format of using a function from a module is we write the module name, then dot, and then the function name, and the parentheses we pass the arguments if any. So, guys, let's move on. So types of built-in modules in Python. So the first one is built-in. This module contains the built-in functions which are automatically available in all the Python modules. Then the second one is exception. This module provides the standard exception hierarchy. Then the OS module. This is really important. The function in the OS module on the operating system related tasks. Then the string module. This module provides a unified interface to a number of operating system functions. Then the RE, that is regular expression module. This module provides a set of powerful regular expression facilities. So guys, these are some more built-in modules. The first one is math. This module implements a number of mathematical operations for floating point numbers. Then CMath. This module contains a number of mathematical operations for complex numbers. Then Sys. This module provides functions and variables used to manipulate different parts of the Python runtime environment. Then time module. This module provides functions to deal with dates and the time within a day. And at last, the GC module. This module provides us interface to built-in garbage collector. Now over to Bhupendra.
So guys, here are the description of some modules. Like first is the OS module. So the function in the OS module are used to perform the operating system's related tasks, such as the creating a directory, fetching its content, and identifying the current directory, and some etc. So here are the five commonly used functions in the OS modules. First one is the mkdir. It is used to create a directory. Then we have the chdir. It is used to change the current working directory. Then get cwd. It is used to get the current working directory. Then we have the rmdir. It is used to remove the directory. And then we have the list dir. It is used to list the contents of the current directory. So next we have the random module. So what is the random module? The functions in this module depends on the pseudo random number generated a function as a random. Then we have the five functions in the random module. First of all, we have the random. It generates a random float number between the 0.0 to 1.0. Then we have the rand int. It returns a random integer between the specified integers. Then we have the rand range. It returns a randomly selected element from the range. Then we have the choice. It returns a randomly selected element from a non-empty sequence. And then we have the shuffle function. It randomly reorders the elements in a list. So guys, let's move on. We have the math module. So in the math module, we have total five functions which are displayed here. Except these five functions, there are also so many functions in the math module, which we will discuss later. So first of all, what is the log function? So it returns the natural logarithm of a given number. Then we have the log 10. It returns the logarithm of a given number to the base 10. Then we have the exp exponential function. It returns a float number after raising e to the given number. Then we have the POW function. It receives the two float arguments and returns the value of the first raised to the second. Then we have the square root. it returns the square root of a given number. So guys, if you don't understand these concepts in the theory part, so you don't have to worry. We will tell you in detail in the implementation part, and you will get clarity from that. So that's all about for this theory part. So thank you guys. In the next video, we will implementing these all modules one by one.